Hey, what's going on, you jolly joltic? So I've been trying a couple different ways to play Mega Manectric, and this has definitely been my favorite so far. It's putting Mega Manectric into a Miraidon deck. So it's not all about Mega Manectric, but it is a pretty big piece to add to this build of Miraidon. So this is a Secret Box build. I've gone back to the Secret Box build of Miraidon. Prime Catcher for the last couple of formats has definitely been the best way to play Miraidon. But I think now that we have this big one-hit KO potential of the Mega Manectric, the ability for aggressive gust on our opponent's bench is definitely less relevant. And the Secret Box build, initially when I tried it out, I was not a fan. It didn't feel great, but tried it again a couple days later, and I have to say, I was pretty impressed with it. So let's break it all down here. We aren't playing Magneton in the deck anymore because Magneton makes our prize trade a little weird to potentially put two single prize Pokemon in play effectively. Like if we pop a Magneton and then we leave the Electric in play, it's something our opponent can go after and make things awkward. Or if we pop the Magneton and then we set up the Mega Manectric, then our opponent could just KO the Mega Manectric and a two-prizer, and they just have to take 3 knockouts. So instead, we're going with an Eel build. So we have 2/2 Eel. Sometimes when I set up 2, it feels really good when we get 2 set up, but setting up one of them throughout the game is just fine. Iron Hands is still the best aggressive card, best initiator to put alongside Miraidon. So we do have 2 Iron Hands because prizing it is pretty bad. We, of course, have the 2 Miraidon, especially important in the Secret Box build of the deck. Because with Secret Box, turn 1, we're looking for Arven to find Secret Box, to find Area 0, and then to go really wide, get a bunch of support Pokemon in play and attackers in play, and then when our opponent does eventually bump our Area 0, we'll have plenty of other worse cards to discard. But yeah, finding that initial Miraidon to go through the Pikachu chain is super important. So we do play 1 Pikachu EX in here. It is a Terra Pokemon, and the reason we play Pikachu EX over other Terra Pokemon is because it's Lightning type, which Miraidon can search for with its tandem unit. It can only search for 2 Lightning Pokemon, so like a big play that we'll do is like we'll go Arven for Secret Box, discard some cards, we find Area 0, maybe a follow-up supporter, a powerful item like a Nest Ball or Electric Generator, and then one of our tool cards, the Bravery Charm to protect our Iron Hands, or Air Balloon for some mobility, and then we'll put Area 0 in play, get our Miraidon in play, and then we'll use Miraidon, the first ability, the first tandem unit, to get Pikachu and Miraidon, and then we'll use the second Miraidon to get stuff like Iron Hands and Tynamo, and then we'll try and get some other Pokemon in play, potentially the Latias, Mew, whatever it might be, whatever we think we need, whatever we have access to, build up a bunch of threats, a bunch of support Pokemon through the Area 0. So that's why we play the Pikachu, and that's how we kind of set everything up through the Secret Box. And it's really important to play the Secret Box because it gives us the immediate access to something like the Area 0. So 2 Miraidon. For the support Pokemon, we got the Mew, we got the Fez, Iron Bundle for bench disruption. I don't know what you kind of want to call it. I never know what to call what Iron Bundle does, but it's good. 1 Latias EX, 1 Squawkabilly for potentially early aggression, and then the couple other attackers here. Let's start with the Mega Manectric. The reason the Mega Manectric is so important, and one thing that Miraidon was missing for a long time, is like one-hit KO potential. We used to have it with Raichu V, and we did get Zekrom EX last set, but in the mid-game, Zekrom EX comes up short. And in the late game, it's a little bit easier for our opponent to isolate it because its HP is lower. But Mega Manectric EX has 330 HP, so it's not going down easily. And then its attack, Riotous Blasting, does 200 damage, and then we can discard all energy from this Pokemon for 3 Lightning Energy, and we do 130 more damage. So we're doing 230 damage, which, very importantly, in the mid-game, 1-hit KOs Dragapult EX, and 1-hit KOs Charizard EX as well. It also 1-hit KOs Gardevoir EX. And that's kind of the big thing that Miraidon has been missing, just like it doesn't matter what your active is, I'm going to be able to KO it, or I have a chance to KO it. I play something that can KO it. And last format, and like the format before that, maybe even the format before that, it's been a while since we've had Raichu V. Format before that? It's been a while. But we've been lacking that potential of just like, it doesn't matter what you put in your active here on this turn 3, turn 4 situation. I have the potential to KO it, or even on board, I will be KOing it, and now you have to deal with that. Last couple formats, it's been like, I hope I find Boss's Orders, and I hope another Iron Hands is set up, or I have an Iron Hand set up so I can get 2 prize cards off one of your bench Pokemon, or you had to put Fezandipiti in play, and I can KO that with Miraidon. So it's a huge change of pace and kind of depth to the deck that the deck was lacking for a really, really long time. And like I said, that's why we don't play Prime Catcher anymore. We don't have to play Prime Catcher. Now, I did try out this deck with Prime Catcher instead of Secret Box. I quickly switched over to the Secret Box build because it was more intriguing to me. I might go back and revisit a similar build, Miraidon, Eels, Mega Man, with Prime Catcher instead of the Secret Box to see if that feels better. But the Secret Box build, it definitely did feel pretty good. So the final 2 Pokemon we have here is the Zeraora with the Thunder Raid attack for triple lightning. Discard all energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 210 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon EX. Specifically very powerful at killing stuff like Fezandipiti, Mew, Latias EX, things like that. It's a really great closer. The big one we're going after, of course, is Fez. And it gives us like some reach to our opponent's bench without having to play a Gust for turn. We could play Arven or Research and still get a 2-prize knockout off one of our opponent's benched Pokemon. And then finally, with this deck, we are choosing second, and we're trying to get aggressive. Now, we don't always pull off a turn 1 Iron Hands attack, and even when we come up a little bit short on the MP very much, sometimes we can still get off the Arm Press, but sometimes we draw into situations where it's really important to get that first KO on our opponent's active Pokemon. Sometimes they only have 1 Ralts in play, or 1 Dreepy, or something like that, or 1 Pokemon, a Duskull Pass type situation. And the linked Lightning from the Koko EX for our Lightning in the Colossus does 60 damage plus 20 for each of our benched Pokemon, which means it's pretty easy to turn 1 through a single generator plus attachment, get a KO on those low HP Pokemon in the early game. And it can do quite a bit more. If we get Area 0 in play and fill up our bench, we could even do 220 damage, which KOs Fezandipiti, Miraidon, Ogerpon, Latias. There's more, isn't there? There's got to be more. All of those Pokemon with 220 HP or less, it can even get those bigger KOs on the first turn of the game. So I'm a huge fan of the Koko EX so far. It just gives us a more reliable, aggressive attacker on that first turn going second. Like I said, we do want to choose second. This is usually our turn 1 attacker. If we're fortunate enough to draw into a hand that we think we can pull off the MP very much with, that's great. That's even better. But if not, settling for the linked Lightning in those situations where our opponent has very little setup at that point, even taking just a 1-prize KO on a Ralts or something like that is going to be huge in the tempo of the prize exchange from there. So huge fan of the Koko, was really, really impressed by this card. For the supporter lineup, 4 Arven, 2 Research, 3 Boss, pretty simple. 4 Electric Generator, 4 Nest Ball, 4 Ultra Ball, 1 Night Stretcher. The Secret Box, like I mentioned, 1 Air Balloon for some mobility. We usually lean on Latias, but Latias does not give the free retreat to the Eels. So Air Balloon usually makes its way onto one of our Eels. If we do set up 2 Eels, one thing to keep in mind, don't mess this up. Sometimes you want to preemptively Dynamotor to your second Eel or an energy to both of your Eels if you don't have access to your Air Balloon, or you put Air Balloon on 1 Eel. It's sometimes correct to attach to your other electric, so it can't get like counter catchered in the active if you're up against Gardevoir, and they just like scream tail snipe around it, and then it's stuck in the active the rest of the game. So sometimes don't set up the second Eel, or if you do, make sure you kind of preemptively start to load up energy on it so it doesn't become a liability trapped in the active. Bravery Charm is still pretty nice for some tankiness in the early game on the Iron Hands, 2 Area 0 and 15 basic lightning. That's the build. Let's jump some action and I'll show y'all how it runs. 50-40. Yeah, the other 10% is DQs. There's a really weird high DQ rate for Grim Guardy matchups. 10% of Grim Guardy matchups lead to DQs. So it's a 50-40 matchup. You're dead, buddy. My Koko's been ready for you. You're cooked, lad. What if we whiff, though? They'd be kind of sad. The glaze on Henry is crazy. Well, I'm just more so shit-talking Grim than anything, to be honest. Dude, whiffing here would be tragic. Playing Secret Box is like such a mid-play as well. Like, it increases my odds a little bit, but not by that much. No, dude, what is the point, man? I can't stand it. This is just sucks now. I just went like but if I get Secret Box there, it increases my odds a little bit, but like, it doesn't give me anything. This is tragic, bro. Grim feels really good into Jelly Guardy. I could see it, I guess. You think Zard is a good spot with the Duck? No clue. I don't know how its Baltimore matchup is, to be honest. Obviously, the Duck makes your matchup better, but I don't know if like how much better it makes the matchup. What's the worst matchup you've played this rotation? I have no clue. It's not something I've stored in my memory bank. I think Ace of Rolls would be a good play in Terror Box. No, probably not. Your opponent would just boss KO one of your other 2 prizes off your bench. You can't Iono and Ace of Roll in the same turn. Ace of Roll is good when your bench doesn't have a lot of liabilities on it. Dude, I'm not doing that tier list, bro. It's a crazy tier list there, Josh. Ceruledge, a good call for Bella Horizonte. I think it is would be a fine choice to play. I wouldn't say it's a good call. I have no idea what is a good call, though. I haven't thought that hard about the metagame and the format and like what's going to be popular, what's going to be less popular. Neutrally, the best play is probably just Guardy. Ceruledge seems like a fine choice, but I don't know about a good call. I couldn't tell you any deck that I think is a good call. Good call implies like that I've done some kind of meta predicting and meta analysis. And I'm trying to like make a next level play instead of just like playing a good deck, trying to play the best good deck for the metagame. But it's like a fine deck. It'd be like a fine choice to play Ceruledge. What about Charizard? Sure, seems fine. As long as you think the deck helps you a little bit in the... Yeah, as long as you think the deck helps you a little bit in the Nor matchup. Sure, rock it. Lock it in. Alright, I'm about to give up on this deck here. I'm gonna give it one more game. This is it. If we start a chain of dubs and good games from here on out, we'll keep playing it. If this game is similar to the last couple games... Well, I honestly did throw some of the last couple games. Well, it's not even true. I've never thrown once in my life. You play some Mega Kangaskhan Fortress? No, I've already played that deck. We might revisit it again in the future, but... Gotta try more new stuff. Polt's pretty good deck. So if you pass Chip and guess that flavor text next week, I will gift you 5 subs. All right, I'm gonna start training right now. Then, with 5 subs on the line, bro, I gotta lock in. What deck would you consider to be underdog? Well, that would be like when I make like a call. Underdog deck? I don't know. I haven't thought about it very hard. I've not thought about it, guys. I've not thought about the metagame very hard at all. There's obvious good deck. Poltnor is a good deck. Ceruledge is a good deck. Golden Go's a good deck. I've not thought about the metagame or the format. There's good decks and then there's bad decks. There's a lot of good decks. Zork's a good deck. We got some. Even Joltik Box isn't terrible, but that deck's not great. I wouldn't recommend that deck, I guess. But I truly have not thought about the metagame that hard at all. D's is a good deck. Check out D's. Loki Dango's a fraud. Milwaukee's about to look like Atlanta. Fraud. Well, no, it's not a fraud, though. I disagree, Curry. It's just that good players are no longer playing Golden Go. Golden Go's not a fraud. It's just that good players stopped playing it after Worlds. Like a lot of good players played it at Worlds because they were trying to I don't know. Either they didn't have faith in the other decks. Yeah, I mean, yeah, but like post Worlds, way less good players have played whatever the deck is called, whatever I just said. The Golden Go's not a fraud. Like you have to add in the good player factor. The good player factor tells us that Golden Go is just not being played by the good players. Like Latias next. Maybe, actually. That deck with the poison package is kind of interesting, actually. I think it was like 18% in Atlanta and converted terribly. Same thing is going to happen here. Sure, but that doesn't mean the deck is fraudulent. Once you look at it and be like, oh, like no good players are playing the deck, like... Not like, and when I say no good players, obviously I don't mean 0, but like in comparison to the other decks that the good players are playing, it's a pretty big percentage difference. Like it's a massive percentage difference. The amount of tier 1 players that play Guardian, whatever the other one is like, it's a pretty stark difference for sure. Guardian Poltnor. We're talking truly broken Pokemon TCG. Oh my gosh, I actually prized my... So this guy's just stuck. He's literally just stuck. That's insane. That's criminal. I'm gonna use this Hyper Blower so they send up Lunatone, because they never send up their Gimme Ghoul here. Wait, unless they like make the read. They could just make the read and be like, wait a second, why the fuck would you Iron Bundle here? Okay, they didn't make the read, thank goodness. I can Air Balloon retreat this next turn, I guess. Dude, this is criminal, man. What the heck is going on here? Dude, that's so bad. This deck just hates me, I guess. I don't even know. Two Latias incoming? No, I'm definitely not playing two Latias. Have you tried the new build of Zeraora yet? I have, yeah. It's pretty good. Definitely an upgrade to the deck, for sure. If Guardian Poltnor are so good, why haven't good players combined the two? True. Guardy Poltnor? With Zor for draw engine? I think you're cooking there. They say the reason why Grim fell off is because of the influx of Dango players in Worlds. Now that less players are playing Dango, wouldn't that be good for Grim in the metagame? There's still a lot of people playing Dango. Grim has still a ton of there's all the Golden Go players, there's all the Joltik Golden Go players, there's all the Joltik Box players. Like all those things are just terrible matchups for Grim. The percentage has not fallen off that far. Because a lot of the Golden Go percentage went to Joltik Golden Go. So it went from like 22% to like 18%. Which is still pretty bad. That's a pretty big percentage still. Brother Grim is out here getting cooked. Embodied. I don't want an Ultra Ball, actually. I tried Grim in this format and it's awful. All right, well, you're gassing it a little bit. The deck's definitely not awful. The deck is just like fine. It's nothing special. There's no way Grim is awful. Control. Do I even want to get this extra energy? Because I actually want to make sure I can retreat my active off of getting an energy off of Mew. This is the first time I've ever not taken two energy off a generator. It still might not even be correct, to be honest. Because my chance to get the energy off the Mew might still be so high that it's worth it to just still put the energy in play. Is this real life? What the heck? Actually, if they kill my Mega Man, I don't even know if I care that much, to be honest. We might be cooking in this one. The Iron Bundle of Cheese maybe was like the maybe the catalyst here. All right, we're amping. We're amping. Azul, how do you efficiently time the Psyduck Damp into a Duskline matchup? I mean, you probably just bench the duck as soon as you can find it. If the answer is probably literally if you have duck, bench duck. What do you think this deck is missing to be the old Miraidon decks before rotation? I don't know. I don't really theorize what a deck could need to be better. I just play with the decks for what they are, and if it's good, it's good. If it's bad, it's bad. I don't really care about trying to make it better or worse than it actually is. Whatever the Pokemon company gives me, I just play with. I think the answer for the duck question is literally if you're up against the question is, are you up against a Dusknoir deck? Yes. The next question is, can you bench the duck? If the answer is yes, you bench the duck. The answer is no, you can't, because otherwise that'd be cheating. And then yeah, you just put his ass on the bench basically every single time. You can only bench a duck if you quack at your opponent. Oh boy. The duck checklist. The duck checklist is, are you up against a Dusknoir deck? If yes, oh, it's the flow chart. If yes, and you can bench the duck, you bench the duck. If not up against a Dusknoir deck, you probably don't bench the duck. You almost 100% don't bench the duck. You might still start the duck, though. It could be worth starting duck over Fez, even if you're not up against a Dusknoir deck. Get his ass in play and get him to work, bro. He's literally had an extra like month off of work as well. Like he showed up like a month late to work, and like so we need to get him to work. He needs to put in his time. Or is it 2 months? It's like maybe 2 months to be honest. He's been on vacation for 2 months. Psyduck has. Like what the heck? They got the Fez KO, but that's like fine, right? Well, kind of. No, that's not even that big of a deal. I literally can KO them with Manectric here. Okay. This is the most uninteresting you've been on playing Pokemon TCG? I'm not sure what you mean there, Ivan. Yeah, we're definitely in a fine spot here. What do we have left? I do have my Night Stretcher in there. Do I ever just commit to... Oh my gosh, I have 2 of those as well. I'm gonna leave that in the deck. I think I'm just gonna commit to Arven for Night Stretcher here. I'm gonna go attach. Now I do need to draw an energy or a thing here, but we should be more than fine to pull that off. An energy or a generator. We nukin? We nukin, baby. Let's go. I would like to do extra damage. Think this ice is going to see a lot of play, or do you think it could be like Shaman and just a threat of it existing is enough? I don't know. I don't know how good it is against the Pulp decks, the Nord decks. No clue. Haven't really thought about it. Read the new Psyduck promo card flavor text. Sure, I got you. I think if Psyduck, having played 0 games of Psyduck against Pult Nor, if Psyduck is heavily impactful against Pult Nor, then as long as Pult Nor seems like it'll be reasonably popular, any deck that has a bad Pult Nor matchup that gets swung in favor when you have the Psyduck, those decks will play Psyduck. Decks that are already favored against Pult Nor probably won't play Psyduck. Decks that are like 50-50 against Pult Nor will play Psyduck depending on how popular Pult Nor is, assuming that the Duck makes a big difference in the matchup. Did I click on 3? I think I did. Got him. What was the flavor text? Oh no, I'm gonna pull it up on PTCG Live when the game's over. If you play Psyduck, is it always worth to put a Golduck in too? No clue. Probably not for most decks. Some decks I could see it being worth to include, but probably not for most. Actually, no, the answer is definitely no. It's not always worth. I could see some decks including the Golduck, though. So in your opinion, is Cerulege better with Blender or Legacy? I mean, I like Legacy so far. I haven't really played with Blender since then, but I didn't feel like I ever missed the Blender. I just put the Drillbur in there, and the Drillbur basically was the Blender. And I got to play Legacy Energy, so I don't know. Legacy felt pretty good, to be honest. I've seen a lot of lists still playing the Blender, so it definitely doesn't seem like it's like universally what's it called it, but yeah, I would go with Legacy for right now. I did not miss Blender at all when playing the deck. You feel energy disruption by forcible attachments is a decent counter for Guardy? I don't know what you're asking, to be honest, you know. How long have you been playing competitively? Since 2009. Does Psyduck like bread? Probably, but don't feed him bread. That's not good for ducks. You're not supposed to feed them bread. Wait, why aren't you supposed to feed the ducks bread? Because they float? No. I forget why, but you're not supposed to. Can they die, or is it just bad for them? Yeah, don't feed your Psyducks bread. It's not good for them. I don't remember why, though. Bread expands in their stomach, and then what? They can't digest properly, I think. They explode or something? Do you say? It's just bad for their stomachs. They can't digest other things then? Interesting. You shouldn't feed ducks bread because it leads to health problems like the angel wing deformity, causes malnutrition, and can result in a fatal illness like avian botulism and aspergillosis. All right, yeah, don't feed your ducks bread. All right, what's going on here? What's happening? What the heck? Could be hitting harder, huh? So I have 2 prize cards left. Mega Man KO's the active. Okay, good to know. I don't have second eel, but that's fine. We have 2 generators. We have a lot of outs left in the deck, I'm pretty sure. Oh wait, I literally went with boss. All right, chill. I forgot Miraidon was also an out. Chillin', chillin', chillin'. Easy dub, bro. Golden Go never stood a chance. What? They made me go first? Screw you, buddy. I have no idea what they're playing. Well, it's got a Monkey Dory in it. That does tell me quite a bit. It's about to get bad to be getting rid of that many supporters, but gotta be that lineup, right? Okay, but what do we prize? Generators prize. Mega Man, Fez, 2 hands, 2 Miraidon, Pikachu. I have 1 energy in hand, so I prize an energy. Okay. I could get... No, I don't want to get Squawk here. I don't want to get Squawk here. What's that I prize? Zeraora? No, Zeraora's here. Koko? Nah, Coco's here. Alright, whatever. I'm gonna grab these 2. This guy. Attach. Attach. Pass. When we getting Mega Evolution dude streams? I probably won't do any dude streams this format. I'm doing a decent amount of traveling this month, and this is like a short format. So there'll be no dude streams this format, I don't think. They appreciate 20 months out of Champ Buster. What did I just miss? You just had to be there. You just had to be there. So it was a lot, though. It was a lot. Very intense. Very intense, very sweaty. Appreciate the 5 months there, J Mills. With your hands. Always attach early. Most of the time, yeah. Like this, yeah. Because most of the time, Iron Hands wants to be our opener in most matchups. All right, we win these. We win these. Where's my iron bundle? Bingus is dead. The Bingus is dead. No. I got the squad here, though. We're chilling. If I use this right now, I could only get Pikachu. If I wait, I could get Pikachu plus. There's not that much else to get. I think I might just thin the Pikachu out of the deck now. No, dude, did I actually whiff? Oh, that is... Dude, I needed so little. I need Ultra Ball away in energy. I need a generator, like... Oh, it's annoying. No way, man. Did you whiff? Sickening, man. Absolutely sickening. I mean, this becomes a run to a Pikachu angle, right? Like... Gosh darn it, man. That is so annoying. I could go like attach. The hand is really awkward as well, depending on actually what happens next turn. Like if they go Charizard punch my Pikachu or something. I might want to go like Manectric KO. Gosh, that's so annoying. I needed so little there, man. What the heck? Would you like shorter or longer formats better? I feel like one lets you settle in, but the other one keeps it interesting. I like playing the Pokemon TCG as long as it feels fun to play. I guess since you're traveling a lot this month, the Mega Evolution Invitational is not happening either. Oh yeah, that's definitely not happening. No. We'll see if we do one for next format or not. Possible we don't. No way, bro. This is insane. Oh my gosh, that's so annoying. All right, we're fine though. We can go Mega Man Knockout. We have Mega Man Knockout. The game is not over yet. We're locked in. We're getting this dub. Yeah, definitely no invitational this format, unfortunately. It's absolutely absurd. They're drawing the nuts. What the? All right, hold up. Building up another Iron Hands would still be good, so I'm just gonna go grab this guy. Not gonna bench the Koko because I don't really like him very much. It's Mega Man time. All right, we're gonna get rid of... I mean, Koko's pretty weak, so let's get rid of these two. Dude, this is what he's here for. Why he joined the squad. Why he's on the team. Sure. Honestly, like, they had the combo, right? They had the best turn 2 possible. But they didn't have that much to back it up, though. They didn't have like Candy Pidgeot, Candy Charizard. They got a pretty weak squad over there, I'm not gonna lie. We'll see if it's enough for them. This is another reason we should maybe play a switch, is like in these situations, we don't have a way to like reset the Mega Man to like get it fully powered again. But if I had like switch in the deck, then I could. Oh, chill, chill, chill. Discardia Candy? That's nuts. What do you have in your hand? Who Ultra Balls away Rare Candy and Charizard, bro? It's not a good sign. Do they have Candy's our boss? Like, what do they have here? Okay. I don't mind that. I don't mind this. I don't mind that. I mean, always attach balloon early, not energy, sorry. Oh, do we always attach balloon early? No, it just kind of depends on the situation. Yeah, we don't always just like put it in play. But like, I knew the active Tynamo was most likely gonna become an eel if my opponent Iono'd me. The reason I attached this balloon to this Tynamo was because if my opponent Iono'd me and I drew into a hand where I had double eel and the active had to become an eel to be able to accelerate energy onto Iron Hands, then I would need the air balloon to already be there to begin with. So I may as well just put the air balloon on it right now to prep for that situation. Wait, we're actually just kind of cooking them here, right? Like, they had the nuts. Sure, cool. But was it good enough? It wasn't good enough. This is also a great... This situation here is a great representation of, like, this just shows why... Like, if we had popped a Magneton here, they could just punch our Mega Man twice and beat us, right? Because we would have given them +1 prize card. I played 0 generator this game. This is an insane game, to be honest. I wanted to get Mew in play here, but I don't want to Ultra Ball away anything away, except for the area 0. I don't really want to Ultra Ball away a boss, right? Oh, I got Zeraora as backup as well. Holy. Oh, wait, should I have Zeraora the Fez instead? No, getting an attacker fully loaded up with energy is definitely better. If I load up Zeraora here and then lose all my energy, they could go like Iono, Counter Catcher, KO, Eel. But now they have to KO my hands instead of my Fez. Or Iono, Counter Catcher, KO, Fez. Well, that wouldn't be a very good play. But the Eel would be a possibility. Zeraora just has like an option later. It's like fine though. Dude, now that I'm like locked in with this deck a little bit more and like not horrendously throwing every single game, maybe that is worth it to get the Mew then. Because I have the backup of the Zeraora to snipe the Fez off the bench and they probably don't play Shaman, then maybe I can do this and get the extra draw power established and give up a boss. Because I still have one boss left, but I don't need boss to win the game. Because I have to respect Mega Man and Zeraora and boss all at the same time. There's like so many things they have to respect of mine. Oh, wait, they could have Counter Catcher Briar. Okay, if they have Counter Catcher Briar, I guess I lose. I did not really think about that one, but all right, I can't play around everything. We can't play around everything. If they got Counter Catcher Briar, they got Counter Catcher Briar. Is that a reason to KO the Fez instead, I guess? That could be a reason to KO the Fez instead, to be honest. Shaman doesn't work on Fez? Also true, Shaman doesn't work on Fez. Even more of a reason to make the play I made. But maybe KOing Fez, like, they're down like, what, 3 rare candy? Like, could they even set up a Pidgeot next turn? Probably not. Honestly, KOing the Fez was probably the better play, the more I think about it. To prevent... They're more likely to have Counter Catcher Briar off of Fez than Pidgeot, probably, because they're already down 3 rare candy. And a lot of Zard lists only play 3 rare candy, I'm pretty sure. So, most people, I feel like most people don't play 4. It's like 2 to 3. So, I think probably a mistake, to be honest. But if they got us on this one, they got us. They could also have had Pidgey candy, so it's all just a matter of perspective. No, it's not a matter of perspective. One of them is correct. What do we think is more likely? I think it's probably more likely that Fez leads to it than Candy Pidgeot leads to it. Okay, they don't have it. Best way to play Raging Bolt? Probably with Owls. I don't really know though. I think KO and Fez is probably the better play. We only lose to one thing, and everything else is like pretty good for us no matter what. I feel like Grim or Pult better in this format? Pult for sure. Dude, honestly, I don't like either of them that much. But probably Pult. Honestly, I have to... Pult, I feel like definitely... Candy Pult definitely got way more powerful with Lily. Yeah, I assume the deck got way more powerful with Lily. So to be honest, I need to like revisit Pult, Candy Pult with Lily now. I have to imagine it definitely got better, for sure. Okay, now that I'm locked in with this deck, bro, I'm checking my prize cards. I'm not being lazy. The deck is definitely way better than when I played it before. Second generator is probably... Oh, no, but can I do both? I can't really do both, can I? It would be nice to go wide, though, for sure. Would you change something on Zoroark that you were playing today? Yeah, I'd probably cut the Absol. I want the Absol to be good. It just doesn't feel great. So now I can go Secret Box. This gets me that. Okay. That's a really good top deck. Okay, lock-in time. Four? Dude, I am not getting turn 1 Iron Hands here, bro. It's cooked, man. It's cooked. Do I just commit to the Koko, like, off the rip? Dude, I'm not getting turn 1 Iron Hands here. No, we gotta hope for an arm press. Like, I'm gonna get an arm press, right? We gotta believe. We gotta believe. We're at least getting an arm press out of these generators. The heck? Gotta have a little faith in the squad. mean, it's gonna be this, right? Oh no, I am getting. Doesn't really change anything. I'm getting a supporter. I could just not take a supporter though. Probably just won't take a supporter. Okay. Generator. Yeah, I'm just gonna leave my supporters in my deck. We gotta believe, chat. We gotta believe. It would have been nice to... Huh. Interesting. I'm believing. I'm believing. I'm believing. Believe, believe, believe. Would have been nice to get, like, play for Latias here. That's what I was going to say. I mean, I could... I have 6 outs to Latias off the Squawk. So I don't have to Air Balloon the active. I could commit the Air Balloon to a Tynamo where it is a little bit better. Maybe I actually should make that play because otherwise my Eels are just going to get counter catch or trapped and I'm going to lose to that. Hits. Yeah, let's go. Honestly, I will settle for an arm press. I don't need to get greedy. But we're going to get it anyway too. Okay, I'll take the 1. I'll take the 1. We might whiff the energy here, honestly. We don't have that many energy left in the deck. Bravery Charm belongs on... Probably just the Iron Hands, just so I can make sure I keep it around longer. I still don't need to evolve these into Eels super aggressively either, though, so we could, like, chill. Energy? Oh, wait, hold on. We're not done. We're not done. How far do I want to go for this energy? Ah. Oh. Toad is better than Ogre Pond and Zorak? I think so. I could do this. I'd rather arm press the active in this situation, actually, to be honest. I think. Oh, they could kill my Tynamo with that guy, though. Maybe that wasn't correct. Yes! Let's go! Insane! I maybe should have killed the... I'm actually not sure about that, to be honest. Not sure about that. I actually don't really care if they KO one of my Tynamos, to be honest. That's, like, fine with me. Jeez, bro, they just got the nuts over there, man. Like, what is this? Oh, my goodness gracious. Got the absolute bonkers. I don't think we're going wide again in this game, but that's fine. Honestly, if we get a Mega Man online, how do they ever win? Like, if we have the threat of Mega Man, I feel like we just win. The game's, like, basically just over. But I'm actually kind of starting to love this deck. I'm really starting to enjoy this deck now. Literally, last time when I was streaming, when I was playing this deck felt miserable. But I was playing bad, and I wasn't checking my prize cards, and I was just, like, leading to a lot of... Honestly, it was chat's fault. It was chat's fault. Chat was distracting me. They were tilting me. Making fun of my hamsters. Like, it's really rude. All right, we switch over Lily. Because we just want to be more aggressive. We just want to see more cards. Not gonna lie, this looks way better than Joltik right now. I mean, if you're playing Joltik, you probably are playing it with Golden Go. Like, Joltik box is, I don't think it's very good. Also, don't mind discarding energy. Yeah, in fact, we want to discard energy sometimes. Like, we want to be able to discard energy, get him the discard pile so we can use Eels, stuff like that. We're an aggressive deck, so we draw prize cards aggressively, so the chance that we actually draw that many cards off of Lily isn't that high. And then also just, like, the one thing you want to keep in mind with like the Pokemon TCG in general is like if you're not exhausting a hand of its resources, putting all those cards back in the deck isn't that high value unless it's like heavy combo cards, which this deck is not that heavy of a combo deck. Like we see Generator, we play Generator, we see Eel, we evolve Tynamo. Like this is not a combo deck. We need to find like individually powerful cards, and then we usually play them pretty much immediately, if not on the next turn. Zekrom just not worth it. I wouldn't commit to saying Zekrom's not worth it, but yeah, Zekrom is still pretty good for sure. But we have a closer. Like having something like having Zekrom and Manectric feels, so far from what I played, I've not like missed Zekrom. I'll say that. Like Zeraora, also like Zeraora can be a closer in the exact same way that Zekrom is. Like for our last two prize cards, you just KO Fez off the bench, right? It's like the same thing. Not being able to want to KO their active. We have a way to want to KO their active already with Mega Manectric. So do we really need another way? I don't think so. Probably not. Manectric and Zekrom feel the same role. Yeah, that's the way it feels for sure. I think they should have punched us for 70, right? I mean, obviously we just win, but... What exactly is the Koko for? Turn 1. We just choose second, and turn 1 we're just hoping to attack. Knock out a Dreepy, or... It can hit 220 on the first turn going second, so... But he told me, I talked to him, he did go to a Pokemon tournament the other day, though. He sent me an update. He was at a Pokemon tournament. He was 101. I appreciate the 26 months there, Steph in the red. Playing, was he playing? Poltnor. La Horizonta is close to. Okay, that's what I thought, yeah. No, I was just trolling. Definitely not going. This feels like a Koko game, to be honest. Dude, not opening a Nest Ball in the opening hand with this deck, like, specifically feels so bad. Like, Nest Ball is so good to open up with in our opening hand. Times in a row, calling it quits. Yeah, this just feels like a Koko angle. Oh, I prized my Bravery Charm as well. And an Arven. And a Lightning. And something else, what is it? Night Stretcher? Some Pokemon. Mew. I think just leave the supporters. Just grab this, grab this. What the fuck? That's so weak. I'm getting 2 cards? What the heck? Dude. This secret box is not very secret. Oh, I prized Pikachu? No, I didn't prize a Tynamo. I prized a Pikachu. No. Pika, no. All right, we're going Koko. Wait, this sucks. Huh. Wait, this is so bad. Like, how am I even... What am I even... Where am I even... I have to prize Pikachu, man. Yeah, maybe I leave the Tynamo and go for the Electrike. Yeah, let's go like this instead. I'm just not going to bench the hands. I have the other hands in the deck, so we're chilling. And I have Night Stretcher as well if I need to. I mean, if this thing dies next turn, we literally just lose the game probably, so... I need the possibility of being able to go wide, I think. Yeah, so I just need to take the KO, and then if we get Peak, we're in a fine spot. I need that on the Koko here. Dude, this is not looking good, folks. Oh my gosh. No, we're fine. We're chilling. As long as if we need them to whiff a KO and then us to get a KO, whether it be 1 prize or 2 prize or 3 prize or 4 prize or 5 prize or 6 prize. I need that goddamn Pikachu off my prize cards as well. Why no heavy ball with the secret box? True, yeah. Yeah. Why no item or supporter with box? I got an item. I didn't get a supporter or a tool card. I didn't get a tool card because there was no tool card to get. I didn't get a supporter because it was just going to get discarded because I Arven for the secret box. Azul, the Red Sox are about to beat the Yankees in the wild card game. Bro, who cares? Both teams absolutely suck. Balls. No, bro. What is this rat move, bro? Boss? You don't just have boss. You're supposed to just like Carmine away 2 good cards and then cry because you drew nothing. This is like cheating out here, man. They are down 2 boss now, though. They only got a 1 prize knockout here as well. I could look for the Koko knockout. Oh, this gives me Fez draw as well. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. 140. Oh, I can't 140 then amp him though. Let's see what Fez can do for us. Fez, what can you do for me today? So, because I have Pikachu prize, the most it can hit for is I can hit for 160. Interesting. So I could punch the active, and then amp it for the KO next turn. Right? Am I trolling? That would work, right? That is a thing. And then look to KO Fez for the win. And I want to draw a prize card so I don't give them Fez draw. So they maybe even whiff the KO on my Koko. Zeraora snipe Fez. I could go for the Zeraora. That's so many resources invested though that I just lose all that energy though. I don't really like that play too much, to be honest. I think I'm going to go for the punch into hands knockout. I don't mind top decking an energy here, to be honest, because I don't have another energy anyways. Yeah, I like this play. I might be blind, but how do you attack with Pikachu? Or is it just to buy a turn? The Pikachu is just to get access to Area 0. It's the only... It's the better Lightning Terra Pokemon. The other one is a Mewtwo, which has 2 retreat costs. It doesn't have Pikachu's ability. It's just so we can go wide once 1 turn or 2 turns and stay wide. Or try and stay wide, but... Just for the wide angle. Oh, I didn't put the Bravery Charm on my Koko, bro. What are we doing? Chat, why didn't you tell me to put the Bravery Charm on my Koko, bro? Come on. Dude, I can't, bro. I can't do this anymore, man. Yo, appreciate the gift of subs there, Mountain Dew, over to Latias and Groovy Mango. Welcome both to the Rat Pack. Yeah, chat deserves the... y'all got lucky, bro. Y'all got lucky, bro. Can't believe you guys didn't remind me to put the Bravery Charm on my Pokemon there. I'm interesting. Ooh. Ooh, wow, yeah. So like, actually, even if you guys had told me to put it in play, when I put it in play, I was saving it for my Iron Hand so he can survive an extra turn. And for 3. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, chat. I'd be heavily fucking with this deck now. I've become a Mega Man eel enjoyer. Sometimes I do just need to give a deck a second take, to be honest. Except for Venusaur. Venusaur sucks ass. That deck will never be good. It doesn't matter how many takes I give Venusaur, that deck will never be good. It never works. But this deck, I did try it on the last stream. It didn't feel great. I wasn't locked in though, I'm not gonna lie. But now, now that I'm locked in, now that I'm locked in, the deck's flowing better. Gave it another try. What about Turbo Absol? No, that deck's definitely also terrible for sure. Definitely awful. Definitely awful. I'm from Milwaukee then? Alright, you've convinced me. I'll call in some favors. No, I'm not going to Milwaukee. I bet James Venusaur build and thought it was fun. Yeah, I mean, the deck's fun, yeah. Every Pokemon deck is fun, though. Like, getting to play Pokemon is just fun. Like being able to just play the Pokemon TCG is just kind of sick. In general, not like me specifically. Oh my gosh. When it comes to getting the dubs, we're not concerned with fun. It's all about winning.